Hey, all, Michael Lunsford here, Citizens for a New Louisiana. As always, we are digging, we're looking under rocks, we're doing all the things. This time I had a mission. Actually, I've been working with some folks in Livingston Parish, the Parish Council there. There's a vote tonight, and there's a theory out there that there are board members, there are councilmen who want to remove the Conservatives from the board. Now, we just had this meeting. The last meeting they had, they removed, for the very first time, they actually voted to move vulgar books out of the children's section into the adult section. 5 of them. Now, I've told you in other posts and things, if you follow us, you know that every other library in the state seems to not have this problem. They don't have to vote on this. And I know the question comes up, well, the state law says that. Let me tell you how it works at the other library systems. And look, this is for the benefit of one of the parish councilmen I discussed this with. He's like, well, she read me the law. It sounds reasonable. But let me tell you how they handle it in other library systems. When you find a nasty book and you complain about it, according to Michelle Parrish, if you use the word sexual or erotic or whatever the key term is, it has to go to the board. Well, it's a very simple process, and we've seen it happen time and time again. The director will pick up the phone and call and say, hey, I just wanted you to be aware I got your complaint or your reconsideration request for this material. I agree with you. This book should absolutely not be in the children's section. However, there's a process underway. The way this works is that we're supposedly obligated to put it before the board for a public vote. However, I don't think that's necessary. I'm sure you agree. If you would withdraw your complaint or your reconsideration request, I will show you. You can come to the library. I will show you that we moved it. You can see it for yourself. And it's taken care of. What do you think? Is that okay with you? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for doing that. Well, that's not what Michelle Parrish does. She puts it before the board for a vote. Big spectacle. Everybody shows up yelling and screaming, calling them a bunch of Nazi book burners because they're moving a vulgar, erotic, pornographic book out of the children's section into the adult section where it should be. According to state law, revised statute 25225 says that's where these books belong. Now, another challenge from the same councilman I spoke with, and I'm not going to give you the name because, this is, I've talked to several councilmen and we have different sides here, right? And I think the challenge is a communication issue. We have folks that aren't talking to each other necessarily, or they're lobbing things at one another and they're not listening. So I've heard this multiple times, so I'm just going to address it. Yes, I believe that Michelle Parrish is intentionally creating drama on the library board because she wants a new library board. The new one she has, the conservative board, they're looking at the books, they're asking questions. She doesn't like the accountability. She just wants to be in charge and let me do what I want to do. You have your milk and cookies meeting. You just vote to accept the director's report, and then we'll move on and we'll have social hour. That's the old system that she wants. However, the new system is the Doge system, where Donald Trump and Elon Musk are coming in, and we're cracking open the books. Where are we wasting money? How can we make government more efficient? Well, she doesn't like that. So when they came in and they cut the rate of increase, the amount of money that's coming in is still higher. It's 2.2% higher than she got the previous year. Well, she canceled Hoopla, which she could afford last year, but suddenly she can't afford it this year because, maybe the e-magazine's line item doesn't have quite enough money in it, so I had to cancel the whole thing. Again, very reasonable excuse. The board canceled the e-magazines. It's included in the package. If I don't get the package, I can't get Hoopla. If I can't get Hoopla, I have to cancel the program because it's all illegal. I can't spend money. But the problem is she's telling two different groups of people two different things. She's telling the parish council it's illegal, I can't do it. See the line item that they did based on her recommendation, by the way. The line item that they changed that doesn't allow me to do e-magazines as highly as I did, that's a problem. But I want you to hear her explaining to the library board members that the budget doesn't even matter. Whatever they approve at the beginning of the year is irrelevant because what they're going to do is they're going to make adjustments throughout the year, or they're going to see how things go, and they're going to have additional meetings throughout the year to adjust the budget, or really all they have to do is wait till the end of the year and make one large adjustment to make it compatible with whatever state law she's citing. And we're now in compliance because the budget matches what we spent blah, done. Did you understand that? At the end of the year, you amend the current year's budget to match what you spent money on. That's the process. What she's telling the parish council, and again, I'm repeating this, is that at the beginning of the year, they didn't allocate enough money. But she does this every year. You don't allocate enough money to certain things, you increase it at the end of the year. She explained. And I know, if you're like me, show me, prove it. Did she really say that? Take a listen to this.
We don't want to spend every money, every dime, every penny to every dime, right? But when we look at the budget has to reflect the whole amount of budget. So every cent should be allocated to that budget, even if we don't spend it. I know it's not right, but it has to look like we are spending every bit of the taxpayer dollar. And then at the end of the year, we amend the budget down, or we amend it up where it needs to be done, and then that extra money, which is technically not extra money.
So there you have it. She actually said that no matter what you approve in the budget, it doesn't at the beginning of the year. It doesn't really matter because we'll just amend it to match at the end of the year. You see how that works? So why couldn't she do that with Hoopla? That's the question. Why couldn't she do that with Hoopla? And I believe, as you believe probably, if you're watching our content, you know that the goal is to get rid of the conservatives on the library board. Now we have a bunch of them now. We have 5 of the 9 are conservative. It's a 1-seat majority. And they want them gone. And this Ricky Goff, I'm reaching out to him. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I hear. Anyway, so there you have it. If you're in Livingston Parish, reach out to your councilman. Talk to him. Say, what are y'all thinking about doing tonight? And show up. That'd be important to do as well. All right. Until next time, keep digging. Keep looking under rocks. And we'll do the same. See you.